Hey friends, how you doing, buddy? So I just want to mention something to you. I got all these friends, and well, I was right there with them, die-hard Republican at one time, and until I learned the truth, right? And so when you learn the truth, you don't have a government, you got a corporation, right? It's been like that since Lincoln was president, or Lincoln was CEO of the corporation because he couldn't be president, right? But so you hear all this stuff about a constitutional convention, right? Well, it's bullshit, right? Don't fall for that shit one more second, because it's a corporation convention. So you're going to have a convention to decide a different way to run the same corporation. As long as you got the same corporation there instead of a de jure government, it's all a mess. There's nothing you're going to do to fix anything, I mean, people are just this delusional about this. I mean, it's by design. You went to the public school indoctrination camp just like I did. And, so anytime you register something, you're giving your rights to it away, right? Anytime you want a permit or a license, you need permission, right? You're asking for permission, right? If you're sovereign, you don't ask for permission, right? And Americans are sovereign. They are. And so, the whole Constitutional Convention, it's all bullshit. It is. You're going to have a convention decide, you're going to change the corporate charter of the corporation. Well, as long as there's a corporation there, you don't have a government, right? You got a dictatorship. That's what you got, an oligarchy. It's bullshit. I mean, you think you're picking your politicians, but you're not. You registered your vote. You gave your vote away. Now, they're so kind, they gave you 0.25% of the vote back, right? But the other 0.75%, the IMF is deciding who your politicians are, right? And it ain't just the ones in Washington. I'm talking about your local ones. You think you're electing your local politicians. In some cases, maybe. In unincorporated towns, yeah, you probably are picking your politician. But almost all of them are incorporated. And so if you live in an incorporated town, you're not picking shit, buddy. I hate to break that to you, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I sound crazy, but I'm telling you the truth. I declared under the pains and penalties of perjury that I'm telling you the truth. You are not picking your politicians. It's all an illusion, and it's been that way since Lincoln was CEO of the corporation, because he couldn't be president by the 13th Amendment. He had a title of nobility. He was a bar card holding attorney, and you got all this media out there trying to tell you who your enemy is. Oh, it's the black people. Oh, it's the white people. It's the Republicans. Oh, it's the Democrats. It's the ones that want abortion, the ones that don't want abortion. I mean, it's all this bullshit, and that's exactly what it is. It's 100% USDA prime bullshit. And it's there to keep you distracted and keep you divided and not realize the fact that the word register means you gave it away. I mean, look it up. You used to look up the word register. Just look it up in a dictionary. Actually, go to Google and look up register in Black's Law Dictionary, right? You gave your rights to it away. So when you register to vote, you're not voting anymore. You're going through the motions like you're voting, but it's all bullshit for your amusement and your distraction. You have not voted your whole life, right? Unless you're over 150 years old, you haven't voted. You've gone through the motions of voting, but somebody else decided what your vote would be. Right, 0.75% of it. That's why at the last election, people are like, well, we don't understand. There's a decimal point. One man, one vote, right? It's one man, one vote. No, one man, 2.5% vote, and the IMF gets the rest. They decide, right? These are all actors. They're all fictional entities, and they're all Cap's name. You haven't picked shit. Like in my state, Nancy Mace, right? You thought you picked Nancy Mace? Thought you beat out the Joe Cunningham, the Democrat, that voted to impeach the CEO of the corporation, so you're mad at him, so you voted for Nancy Mace instead? It's all a show. They played you, folks. They've been playing you. And so, you need a real convention. And a real convention, the people have to do that ourselves, right? And you can do that. Organize it. Let's do it. Come on. Let's have our own constitutional convention, not a corporate convention that's called a constitutional convention. Because, see, it used to be the Constitution for United States of America. But it got changed in 1871 to Constitution of the United States of America. And by changing that one word, they changed the Constitution, which is a contract between the states and the federal government. Federal means contract. Federal is a synonym for contract. It changed it from a constitution to a corporate charter. You are not under a constitution, right? You're under mob rule. That's what you got right now. And it ain't even mob rule, it's their rule. They decide, right? Mob rule, you would actually have a vote, and it would be a democracy where whoever got the most votes wins, right? No, I'm sorry. It's an illusion. They bullshitted you. When you register to vote, you're actually putting yourself in their system. When you register to vote, you lose your sovereignty. You lose your Bill of Rights. I'm serious. You lose your Bill of Rights. You become a U.S. citizen, and because you're voting in the U.S. corporation election, right? U.S. stand for United States, all capital letter. United States Inc. has a Dun & Bradstreet number. Go look it up, right? And it's a corporation. You don't have a government. Like I say, I mean, I said this before, but fuck, I'll say it again in case somebody never seen this before. But the southern states walked out after Lincoln became president because the North broke the contract, the Constitution. They were putting tariffs and other things on them that were in violation of the Constitution. And anytime somebody breaks a contract, neither party is obligated to hold themselves to it anymore. So the southern states walked out. They didn't set a date to reconvene, right? And they never did. They never reconvened. And they were replaced with corporations. Those seats in Washington were replaced with corporations. Eventually all of them were replaced with corporations, the state corporation. And so, I mean, I don't know, I just keep throwing this out there because people keep sending me these, some link from Fox News or look at these bastards on CNN, what they're saying now. It's all bullshit. You really don't have to send me that stuff anymore. You really don't, because it's bullshit. If you hadn't seen it yet, I'm sorry. I wish you would wake up, but that's the real awake. People talk about how they're awake and they're woke. No, you're hypnotized. That's what you are. You're hypnotized into believing a lie, and they punish the truth to make you believe the lie. So yeah, as far as the Constitutional Convention goes, no, I'm done with it. No, I'm not gonna have a convention decide which way the corporate charter is gonna change to screw me next, right? Be done with it. And you don't have to be. You could be done with it. Go get a W-8-B-E-N, which stands for beneficiary, right? Go mail your the voting board or whatever and tell them you rescinded your vote. You don't want to vote no more. Go get one of those, fill that out, hand it to your employer, and you won't have to pay taxes anymore because it's voluntary. It really is. It's voluntary, but that's a piece of paper you're missing, right? It's called a W-8-B-E-N, where you'll be a beneficiary of the country, not a slave to the country, right? And there's a 4th section. You're going to put in U.S. citizen. Matter of fact, now the best way to do it is look up Christopher Hauser, H-A-U-S-E-R. Great guy, sovereign. Look up W-8-B-E-N. He's got a video on it. He also has another video on the 1099A. So once you become a beneficiary, you can go use the 1099A and go buy you a house, buddy. No bullshit. People are doing it. You can buy a house, you can buy a car. Now you can't go put money in your bank account because it's a trust, right? It only pays for your necessities, but a house and a car is a necessity, right? Can't live without them. See? A lot of things. So you definitely go look up Christopher Hauser. Great guy. I have learned a lot from him, and he's got a Telegram group. So if you watch one of his later videos, he'll tell you how to get to the Telegram group, and definitely join it, because I mean it's a bunch of great people that just want to be free, and they're talking about the truth and the facts, right? The stuff you're not going to get on the mainstream media, and so that you can be a sovereign American, right? And that's what you want to be. You don't want to be a U.S. citizen. It's a slave. It really is. Either one, 14th Amendment one or just the U.S. citizen one, you're a slave. And you will pay taxes the rest of your life. And as a U.S. citizen, you never can own anything. You can't own land. That's why you get a warranty deed, right? Americans have been bamboozled out of their birthright of being American. But it's all there. You're going to use their documents. The W8BEN stands for beneficiary. That's what you were supposed to be. So short video. I love y'all. Have a great day and be American and I don't know. I'll say it again. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. If you're American, you're good. I love you. I love everything good. Just fill your heart with love. It's the best thing. Oh, talk about for depression. Huh. Fill your heart with love. What's there to be depressed about, right? Hey, have a great day and take care.